Come on. This lady wrote a testimony form that said she met up with Grant Mullen somewhere in Ottawa, I think it was. Last month. And God really caught up with you and blessed you abundantly. Tell us about what happened to you, Nikki Jet. Would you go on?
The Lord actually gave me a wonderful revelation of His love. For me, I knew God loved me in a general sense. In a personal sense, it never really got in there. I have been saved for 24 years, and it was not until Grant actually prayed with us and showed us all the things that could hinder God's love. And when he was talking about him getting onto God's knees, I said, God, I just want to crawl into your knees. I want to know what it is to be your daughter. I was a servant. I was his, I could have been anything, but I didn't have this father-daughter relationship with God. And the reason why is when I was young, as far as I can remember until I was 17, my mother would not discipline me herself, but she would threaten me with, just wait till your father comes at night and you'll get it. And sure enough, from the morning I was getting up, I knew that when my father would come home at night, not that my father hated me, but just in order to comply to my mother, to get her off his back, he would just beat me. It was a sure thing every day until I was 17. I knew I would get a beating from my dad. I never resented my dad for doing that because I knew he was just complying. On the other hand, I didn't feel that he was protecting me from my mother. He would just comply as a duty. But I was not being protected. And I felt very vulnerable. I could not go to him with my pain or anything like this. I did forgive. I had forgiven my dad about all of this. I even wrote to him a letter saying that I forgive him for not protecting me against my mother. But that had not changed anything for me. It had not given me a sense of God protecting me. Over the years, I have had, since I got born again 24 years ago, I had so many car accidents, I cannot count them. It would probably be sometime twice a year I would have a car accident, or at least every 3 years I've had car accident. Subsequently, an awful lot of pain. And I always question, why, God, aren't you protecting me? Where are you? When I would get up in the morning, I would get dressed, I would actually pray, Lord, protect me on the road. I would get so scared to get on the road. But I didn't feel that God was actually there to protect me. I felt exposed, I felt vulnerable, and I knew God was good. I knew that He could protect anybody, He could do anything. But He was just not there for me personally. Until Grant came along and he prayed, he said, just ask God to remind you of a moment in time where you were very hurt. And all of a sudden the Holy Spirit brought that moment of my father exposing me and just not protecting me and not believing that God could protect me. And he prayed a very simple prayer, and I asked God, Lord, I want a revelation of you as my daddy. And nothing happened I just went home and I had prayed several prayers like that before, and I didn't feel any different. But God is so awesome. He meets us exactly where we are, and He reveals Himself in simple things. And the way He revealed Himself to me was, I was having a lot of problem with my computer antivirus. This is very simple. And my antivirus was not protecting my computer. It was allowing, it's amazing. It was allowing all kinds of viruses and worms into my computer. And I got very upset, and I said, what is going on? Called the company. The company couldn't understand anything. I got fed up, and one day, you get those free ads popping into your screen, and you just close them right away. You don't even read them. Well, there was this firewall antivirus that was competing in price and competing with all the other antivirus on the market. And I said, that's it. I'm changing my antivirus. I cleaned up my system of the old ones, and I downloaded the new one. The transformation was instantaneous. My system was clean. They have spotted worms and viruses and all kinds of things. It cleaned my system. My system was fast, efficient, and all of a sudden I am reminded, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling inefficient. I'm feeling unprotected. I'm feeling just not quite the way I should be functioning. And the amazing thing is that this antivirus has a activated fist as an icon. And this activated fist, as soon as I go online, starts pumping up and down. It's absolutely awesome, and it rings a little bell every time that it has warded off an invader. And it gives me a whole list of invasions that could have been coming in but were warded off. And all of a sudden, God says, this is who I am in your life. I am your Father, your wall of fire around you, defending you, actually around and about you, always there. And I could see his fiery eyes just wanting to protect his daughter. See, when my father was not protecting me, I assumed automatically he does not love me. Love protects. And when God revealed that he was my firewall, my protection, I equated that he loves me. And now I can go unto his lap and hide myself in the crest of his arms. I know there is no way now the enemy can come near me, because I have a big God who is standing there, a big daddy who's standing there protecting me. And that's awesome. Nobody can affect me.
Well, thank you, Huguette. That's a great testimony. Everybody's wondering what kind of firewall protection you have.